Hi, my name is Arman Dashti,
And I'm Shahzad.
and we are two juniors from DuPont Manual High School, ready to make a change in our world with the Green Complex.
For thousands of years, smallholders have traditionally cultivated rice in puddle fields that are flooded with 5 to 10 centimeters of water throughout the growing season. Today, these puddle fields account for 12% of the global crop acreage. This makes rice the most water-consuming crop, consuming more than half of all developed freshwater resources. At the same time, paddy rice cultivation is responsible for environmental degradation, as it produces up to 10% of global methane gas emissions. The stagnant water and anaerobic decomposition of organic matter are the major factors contributing to the release of this methane.
In the 21st century, technology within the rice farming industry is at a standstill. We're still using thousand-year-old technology to feed the people of our world. And with the global rice market projected to be a $274 billion opportunity by the end of 2027, there's immense potential for technological improvement and business. That's why the rice cultivation industry is the blue ocean, seeking innovations to meet global demands. The Green Complex meets these demands as it looks across alternative industries and strategic groups within the industry, redefines the industry buyer group, looks across to complementary products and service offerings, rethinks the functional, emotional orientation of the industry, and participates in shaping external trends over time.
Here are the major obstacles that current small and large-scale rice farmers encounter with traditional rice farming practices. First, overflooding. An event so unpredictable that can drown crops and eradicate an entire season's worth of yields in a moment. The impacts of such events can destroy communities and leave locals to starve. Secondly, waste. According to the Environmental Defense Fund, methane and nitrous oxide emissions from rice farms could have the same short-term warming impact as about 600 coal plants. This accounts for drastic climate change in rice-growing communities, from acid rain to increased temperatures. Lastly, water consumption. It takes around 3,000 to 5,000 liters of water to produce only 1 kilogram of rice. And with water contaminated from pesticides and fertilizers, it cannot be safely recycled, meaning rice farms have to use more and more fresh water to produce sufficient yields. Wait, so what is the solution that addresses all of these problems?
Well, that's the Green Complex, a simple, cheap, and sustainable tubing system that addresses the concerns of farmers. Many people might ask, what's the need of having a tubing system in a rice farm? Well, compared to traditional paddy rice cultivation methods, the implementation of Green Complex creates positive impacts, as we can see in the model. The Green Complex also reduces risk for farmers and enhances the consumer's experience. In the Green Complex, rows of PVC tubes are placed on the ground, slightly below the water surface. These tubes run parallel to the rows of rice with diameters of 1.5 inches and have holes to bring water in and out from the field. The pipes are then attached to a pump that pumps the pre-existing water in the fields through the pipes and into a water filter. The water filter filters out the waste and plant particles, and from there allows the user to either release the water to store or dispose, or recycle the water back into the tubing system. To recycle the water, a pump is attached to the water filter and pumps the filtered water through connected tubes. These tubes don't have any holes and connect back to the original pump to restart the cycle. With each circulation of the Green Complex, minimal energy is consumed and the water is filtered and recycled. And with the field still flooded, weeds cease to exist, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers and weed-killing pesticides. The absence of these harmful materials lead to decreased contamination of drinking water sources and plants, and lead to safer working conditions for farmers. Farmers even have the option to release excess water in case of overflooding, and since this water isn't contaminated, they can use it for other needs.
Our current market would include current paddy rice cultivation farmers who will benefit from increased crop yields and a healthier environment. But why PVC? Well, polyvinyl chloride is easy to install. Using our cheap, simple design, our tubes can be easily printed out, cut, and joined, and its lightweight characteristic makes it even easier to transport. It is also extremely durable, resistant to animals, weathering, chemical rotting, corrosion, and abrasion. It is even estimated that more than 75% of our PVC pipes will have a lifetime of more than 40 years, with potential in-service lives of up to a century. And as it is a cost-effective and non-toxic material, maintenance costs are low and non-harmful to the environment. But now, let's look at the bigger picture: planet Earth. The Green Complex will allow farmers to overcome barriers and use less and less fresh water while increasing yields for our demanding consumer base. And methane emissions will be substantially lowered. With the absence of stagnant water due to water circulation throughout the tubing systems, bacteria will find difficulties to form and metabolize.
So, let's move into the future with more creative and efficient farming practices to feed the people of our world and save our environment.
So let's move into the future
With the Green Complex.
Thank you.